Okay, so you got a set of rock slide steps that no longer retract. Well, came up with a fix for this a couple of years ago when my driver's side started doing it. Super simple. Probably cost you less than $10 for parts from the hardware store. So my passenger side just started doing this. Let me show you how to get it repaired. Okay, so we just need two simple items from the hardware store. First item, this is a 3/8 inch split shaft coupler. Second item, this is an extension spring. It's a 1/2 inch diameter, 8-inch long spring. And what we need to do is we need to take this end and bend it and put a 90 on it. I already went ahead and did one on this one. And you'll see why once I show you how it gets installed. We're basically going to install this shaft collar on the rod that controls the depth of the step. There's a rod that runs from the back to the front. This is going to go around it. Spring is going to sit behind it. And basically what we're trying to do is put pressure on that rod. And the reason your steps are no longer retracting is because rock slides use a gas piston to do this. So those wear out over time. Nothing bad against rock slide. I think they're a great company. When this first happened to me a couple of years ago, I actually reached out to them. And even though I was out of warranty, they were really great about it. They actually sent me replacement struts. They actually even sent me replacement motors. And they said, just go ahead and hang on to them just in case you need them. So A plus in my book for customer service with them. Only issue is to repair it, you have to pull the slide off the truck. You got to give it external power to open up the step, and then you can get to the strut, and you got to take it apart, put it back together. So I was like, you know what? Got to be a simpler way to do it. So I came up with this a couple of years ago. It's been working great on the driver's side. So let's go ahead and do it on the passenger side. Okay, so I got the collar and the spring installed. So let me show you how this goes. So this is the front of the step towards the front of your car. This is the rod that I'm talking about. It runs all the way from the back to the front, and it runs to these bars down here that support your step. So the shaft collar gets installed at the very edge of the bracket. You leave yourself a 1/4 inch of space behind it just so you can slide the spring in there. You extend the spring out to this first support bracket in here that's welded in. It's already got a hole in it. Put the other side of the spring in there. That's all you need to do. On the back side, you can see that strut down there. That's what leaks. So once it's covered in oil, you know that thing is leaking. It's no longer holding pressure. So basically, instead of taking that apart, taking the whole step out to replace that thing, we're just adding a spring in there to do what that was doing. And it should be working fine. So let's go ahead and test it. Well, let's see if that worked. What do you know? I'd call that good. 10 minutes to do the whole thing. $10 worth of parts from the hardware store. I'd say that's a pretty easy solution. Good luck.